What is going on, my dude? So, I took unduped Kraven up to rank 3. I actually pulled the trigger early. I said I was gonna do it when I got him duped. But you know what, man? I've really been enjoying this guy quite a bit lately, so I pulled the trigger. I actually used the 2 to 3 compensation generic gem on him. I was super excited to do so, and I'm really digging him at rank 3, man. We're here in the Cav event quest, and during my Kraven is Kraven underrated video, which I haven't seen it, go watch that first. Go watch that first. I pretty much said in the video, I was like, I feel like this guy is going to be like primo for like Cav event quest and health pools like that and stuff like that, right? So keep in mind that in this video, Kraven's going to be missing the majority of his damage, man, which comes from the critical bleeds. We do not have critical bleeds without that. What we do have is this. If the attacker is skill, they gain a cross charge each time they inflict the defender with an arm break, bleed, or physical vulnerability, max stacks of 10. So we're gonna get some nice fury in lieu of the critical bleeds. If Kraven was duped here, man, holy crap, the damage would be absolutely nuts. Now keep in mind here, we have the full Agent Venom team, but we're not getting any synergies at all really here. So this is essentially Kraven on his own, basically, because he doesn't get any like really amazing incoming synergies. He counters miss with Agent Venom, but that's not necessary right here. And we're actually not running deep wounds for any of this. So this is unduped Kraven, pretty much synergy-less, might as well be, right? And also, no deep wounds, no suicides, no boosts, no nothing. It's just like unduped rank 3 Kraven, man. Which is like, you know, I still feel like, you know, do as I say, not as I do. Don't rank Kraven unduped. I would say he really does need to be duped for the majority of content, but when you do get these Furies here, he's pretty freaking sweet, man. So yeah, let's see what happens here. We're gonna fight this Void, all right? I've been really digging this guy's playstyle a lot. He's very funky. He's very unique. This is actually the first fight that I did with my rank 3 Kraven, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty freaking solid fight, man. One thing that a couple people pointed out to me, big shout out to Imble and Nagasi, who pointed out to me that I don't have to dash back after my combos when they're rooted. And that really made a big difference for me when I was playing Kraven. I'm blurry and it's driving me crazy, so let me fix this. There we go. But yeah, they both pointed it out to me actually, and I was like, man, I feel like I always get clipped by the heavy attack. But one thing I've noticed is that when they're in their root, they're just like kind of like throwing their heavy attack like on a cadence, like almost like on like a rhythm where you can really predict like when to go in. And I'm pretty sure this entire video, I don't get clipped by a single time when they're in the root. So Kraven is definitely a champion who takes time getting used to. No doubt about it, you know? Like when I was making my rank 3 is Kraven underrated video, it was like, yeah, I was learning the champ and playing with him enough to make good content for the video and get good fights together, right? But I was still in the early stages of playing him, right? I was like as good as you can be playing with him for a couple days. Now that was like, you know, a week or so ago, and I've played with him, you know, quite a bit more. And it becomes more and more natural the more you play with a character like this, and I think that's very apparent like in this video. If you watch like this compared to like some of the Kraven gameplay I posted last week where it was fine, right? But I was dashing back a lot, and keep in mind also my Kraven was unduped last week, and was duped in that video, right? So one thing about it is that he goes unblockable on medium attacks when he dashes, which is very nice, you know, when you're duped. That's why another reason why I was doing that. But here, as you can see, I'm kind of like waiting a split second after I attack them, and then they go for the heavy attack, and I interrupt their heavy attack, and I consistently do that over and over the entire path here. We're gonna do the entire path with Kraven and the boss, by the way, aside from this Dark Hawk, obviously, because I mean, listen, dude, Kraven's major Achilles heel is you know, bleed immune champions, but of course we swapped in a member of the Agent Venom God team. We got Spidey 2099 in, and he did just well. Of course he did. And yeah, let's jump back into some Kraven stuff, man. We're gonna go for OG Captain Marvel here, you know. Now keep in mind, I still do think this champion needs some tweaks. The 3 major tweaks being, I do still think that the bleed duration should be a bit longer. I do wish he had some form of power control in any way, whether the suppressions were stronger, whether it was in an enervate, maybe like at 10 or more bleeds. something like that. So it's like you don't get it right away. It's not super powerful right away. You keep 10 bleeds up, you get an ender rate instead of a suppression, or even a suppression of like 90% at that point. Maybe the bleeds scale 10% suppression per bleed up to a max of 90%, something like that, you know? And then finally, I wish that he had actually an Infuriate debuff when the trap springs. So once it gets set. So you throw the special one, it takes 5 seconds for the trap to go, right? Once it goes, I would like an Infuriate debuff right there. That way they don't dash back into their own trap, okay? So those are the 3 major tweaks I would love to see for Kraven. But even without them, man, for stuff like this, where there aren't any super complicated nodes and you can just have a really fun time and mess around with the defender, yeah, Kraven is an absolute monster, and keep in mind that he actually gets the majority of his damage when he is duped. So this is definitely a very impressive showcase from an unduped Kraven without any like bleed synergies. Like we don't, you know, there's like the Black Panther major crazy bleed synergies you could do. We're not running that here. No boosts, no suicides even, you know, and he's ripping through the path very, very well too. Keep in mind we're at a solid 89% health, like, and we fought a void. And we're at 89% health, 88% health now, right? Which is pretty good. Which is honestly pretty good, you know. So that's one thing that was definitely impressed me with this. You know, I took him to rank 3 actually this morning. I was at a bagel shop. I was eating an egg sandwich. It was absolutely delicious. And I saw level up was on, and I was like, you know what, man? I'm going to do it. Take him to rank 3, and I did it. And I didn't really mess with him much. But then, just now, I sat down and I was like, Kraven and Cavi Q, that could maybe make for a fun video. I'll record like 1 or 2 fights. And I went in and I saw the Void, and I was like, Void, that's probably going to be a little tough because, you know, debuffs and all that stuff. I don't know what he's going to do here. I'll record the Void fight, and if it goes okay, we'll keep going. And I did that one, and I was like, oh, that was good. Let's keep going. Let's do another one. And then I ripped through that one, and I was like, oh, okay. And I did another one, and I was like, oh, okay. Then the Darkhawk was there. I was like, oh, we'll go for Spidey. And then I kept going, and I was like, you know what? We're going to do the entire path with Kraven. And this is the last fight now, the last fight before the boss. And I was like, I don't know what the boss has, but we're going to do the boss too. We're going to find a way to do the boss. And this video turned into unduped, synergy-less, basically Kraven, no suicides, no deep wounds, no boosts, doing an entire path in Cavi Q, and the boss, almost effortlessly, man. So this really impressed me quite a bit. Kraven is certainly one of those champions that does see a very high... This really bugged me, by the way. Look at this. The trap is right there, but the special 2 doesn't trigger the trap, and he throws the special 2 through my trap to remove it. These are like this little thing right there. That's something where it's like, I feel like when I say he needs like little tiny tweaks, like right there, like I feel like that special 2, I feel like that really should have triggered the trap. So maybe the radius needs to be a little bit larger there. What's going on? Oh, my hair, man. You know, but yeah, good stuff though from Kraven. Let's go for the boss. We have a Ronin boss here. Let's see what I don't even remember what he has. Thanks for the knockdown. Each time the attacker knocks the defender down, they purify all debuffs from themselves. Ragnarok, crumbling armor, blood in the water, combat deja vu, unblockable. Okay, so we gotta watch out for combat deja vu unblockable. It's gonna make it a little bit hard to go for parry heavies and whatnot, but we're gonna see if we can make it work, okay? We're gonna keep, you know, an eye out for combat deja vu, but also keep in mind we have the pretty solid disorient, which is going to, you know, reduce defensive ability accuracy by 40%, which is definitely not too bad. I would like it if that was a little bit higher as well, actually. Maybe 60% would be nice. But you know, that's going to mitigate some of the unblockables. Here, Ronin went into his trap himself, and that's okay. You know, we don't have the Furies in this fight increasing our damage, right? So we're gonna have to go for a special one again, reset another trap. That's fine. Let's get this fight under control. Let's not trigger combat deja vu unblockable this time. Knock him back with the heavy attack. Bait out a heavy. Beautiful. Let's go right in. Really solid. See, look at the cadence. Bait out the heavy again. This time I actually went for a medium, light, and medium so I can get in another full combo. So you see, guys, I'm learning the Kraven ways. So here, this was unfortunate, man. This was unfortunate. You know, the beginning of the special 2 is unblockable. unblockable, I believe, if the trap is armed, something like that. So I was hoping he would dive into me. I can intercept with it, but unfortunately it did not work. So I'm going to have to reset the trap again with the special one. So this was actually a very inefficient and pretty honestly sloppy Kraven fight, man. But he still kind of wrecking him, man. So that was definitely impressive for me as well. Seeing how like I messed up so many things, but I haven't lost more than 5% health so far. And also this time, here comes the unblockable special too. Boom, there we go. That's what I was trying to do, right? Beautiful, you love to see it. But yeah, we've lost 5% health in this boss fight, and we, you know, messed up 2 times. We're unduped, no suicides, no deep wounds, no attack synergies or anything. And this guy was flushed right down the toilet from an unduped Kraven. And that would have been so much faster if he was duped and if I played it better, right? So yeah, man, definitely feeling pretty happy with this rank up. With the Alliance War rewards yesterday, I picked 50% skill, 50% science. I know, it's like the apocalypse. I'm literally picking skill and science. And I picked the skill because I wanted to rank up Kraven, actually. And I also want to rank up Hitmonkey and possibly Massacre as well. But then I got the 2 to 3 gem. And I was like, I'm going to just pop it into him. Cool, man. And we'll awaken him when we awaken him, probably on July 4th. Maybe I can dupe him naturally. If not, he's going to be getting one of these gems. I have definitely already decided that. I'm digging him. He's not the #1 champ in the game, but he's definitely underrated. He definitely takes some time to get used to, and he's definitely really fun once you get in the rhythm of using him. So, yeah, man. I like him. He's fun. I'm glad to have him. I'm really glad that I did the arena grind. It was a last-minute decision to go for it. I was going to maybe just pick up the 5-star for Synergy. Really glad I went for the 6-star. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big ol' like. Comment what you think about seeing Kraven do some really cool stuff, even unduped. No suicides, no deep wounds, no nothing like that. No boosts, no synergies, really, in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future Kraven content that I'm sure I will be making. I do kind of enjoy this guy quite a bit. I'll be seeing you around.